Okay, here we are at the Sehwag International School, and I bumped into a fine personality himself, a glorious batsman, VVS Laxman. Thank you so much for speaking to us right here on Neo Cricket. So, it's a beautiful place, isn't it, this place?
Oh, it's fabulous, and it's great to see what Viru has done here, in this place of Jajjar, a district in Haryana, and it shows how much passionate he is about Haryana as a state, and getting a world-class infrastructure in such a district, and giving an opportunity for not only people or students from Gurgaon or from Delhi to come here, but even people from the neighborhood of this district, opportunity of having the access to world-class infrastructure shows, and talks a lot about the character Sehwag.
But it's also a dream that you also cherish, isn't it, to have an academy of your own, probably to develop young talent?
Yes, absolutely. And I always, in fact, wanted to start an hospital, because coming from a background where my parents are doctors, most of my cousins are doctors, and I myself wanted to become a doctor. But because neither me nor my wife have pursued the medical profession, are not from medical profession, I dropped that idea of starting an hospital. The next important aspect for me, which I'm very passionate about, is education, because I feel for the development of the society, education is very important, and that's something which really motivates me to do well, and set up a world-class school in Hyderabad, coupled up with sports academy, because now education, it's very important to have all-round development of a young kid, and I feel that the way the world is going, it's very important to have a lot of confidence in your own ability and have good all-round development, and the communication skills are so important, more than mere academics, So I would like to set up a school where you have a lot of emphasis on academics, at the same time good all-round development happens for a student, and that's something which I would want to set up, and that's my dream, and hopefully I would be able to realize that dream soon.
It's interesting, isn't it, that dressing room is a very interesting mix of people from different walks of life, from different parts of India coming together. You almost get a feeling now that you're taking these things very seriously in terms of, somebody like Virender Sehwag has set up this, you want to set up this. Is it a conscious effort on part of the cricketers to do or contribute something to the society that has given so much to you?
Absolutely, without a doubt, because the love and affection we got from the entire country, for the way we played for the country over so many years, and that's, I think we all have got a moral responsibility to contribute something back to the society. And as I mentioned, everyone have got their own way of contributing back to the society and make sure that our country is developing and progressing, and for me, I think education is the most important aspect, because I feel that once you educate a kid, then he can be independent and can and realize all his dreams, until and unless is not educated, then it will be a difficult path for any individual to realize his dream or handle various situations in his life, So I think all of us in the Indian cricket team have got various ways of contributing back to the society and paying gratitude for our followers, and our countrymen, because they have given us so much of love over so many years, and I always believe that it's because of their prayers and the good wishes that we have all progressed in whatever capacity we have done in our careers.
I'll have to ask you this one particular question before I let you go, VVS. Your good friend Venkatesh Prasad tells me from observation that you're a completely different man from what you were probably about 5-6 years back. He says that you're joking around a lot in the dressing room, you're really relaxed, you're loving every minute that you have. Not that you didn't love it before, but it's about you being a slightly different man, just going out and enjoying yourself. Is that the right observation?
Yeah, I think Venki is quite right about that, because I think since 2007, I would say since probably Anil became the captain, and then Gary Kirsten and Dhoni's tenure as captain and coach of Gary as a coach, started. I think I'm enjoying my game much better. I feel more relaxed, and I think that's been translated in the way I perform on the field, and as a team also, it's a much better relaxed dressing room atmosphere irrespective of what situation we are put in. And I think overall, as a team, we have really enjoyed the last 3-4 years, and that showed in the way we progress as a team. So I think Venki is spot on, in observing that. Yeah, and probably I may say that I came out of shell, and it also depends on your colleagues, and I'm really glad that in the last 3-4 years the colleagues I had, whether it be seniors like say Sachin or even a lot of youngsters who come into the team. I think it's a great dressing room atmosphere, and we are gelling well as a unit, and the team bonding has been amazing, and I think a lot of credit should be given to Gary for the way he has handled us and transformed the way we approach each and every match, because we used to probably panic a lot more than what we are doing now, and I think that has changed, and I think Gary should be complimented because his philosophy was to prepare hard for each and every match, and do your best on the field, and just be relaxed, and once you have that kind of a relaxed dressing room atmosphere, the batsmen going out, irrespective of what situation we are in, even if it is a tough situation, they go out with a relaxed frame of mind, and once your mind is relaxed, obviously you can play with a lot of freedom, and you can play to the best of your abilities, so I think definitely I have changed as a person, and I feel better about it.
And also it's so very important that guys like you or a Rahul or a Sachin remain in that mental shape, because it's a crucial phase over the next 4 years, 5 years, because I'm sure the youngsters are going to come in, and therefore you hand over that baton in a very, very nice manner, in a smooth manner. Excited about these youngsters that are coming in?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. There's so much of brilliant and amazing talent which has come up, and especially the batting department. I'm very pleased at the way the youngsters have performed in the one days, and whatever opportunities they got. So I think quite exciting that you got a lot of youngsters who are putting up their hand, and performing for the team, and I've got no doubt that they will be the match winners for the country in the near future. And
in Test match cricket.
In Test match cricket also, and because irrespective of what format you're playing, if you're talented and if you're a match winner and if you've got a lot of character, you can succeed in any form of of the game. So I'm sure that all these youngsters will take India to the next level, and will make sure that they will just make sure India reaches and climbs the heights which every one of us want to.
VVS, thank you so much. My pleasure. Thank you.
VVS Laxman couldn't help but admire Sehwag's venture. But as Sehwag mentioned, many people, including his brother Vinod, Coach A.N. Sharma, Prem Sahu, were all instrumental in shaping Viru's dream project.
We actually did a good 30 odd months of research in and around Delhi, in and around about 200 to 250 kilometer radius of Delhi. We touched most of the good schools. We did our research, spoke to educationists, spoke to people like Viru and other sports persons like Mr. Pulela Gopichand, Mr. Khazan Singh, that what is it that takes somebody to be a good athlete? What is that ecosystem that needs to be developed? Of course, you need a hard infrastructure. For that, you can have the consultants and the architects. But the most important thing is the software aspects, because a player cannot be developed until unless he or she is mentally fit and they know the mental aspects of the game. So that's where the vision and the whole lot of expertise of people like Mr. Virender Sehwag, who is the mentor here, and Mr. Khazan Singh and Mr. Pulela Gopichand, etc. They come into the picture as in the mental aspects, that what does it take, what is the training program should be like, what should be the diet plan of a particular kid, what does it need for an individual child to be successful in a particular game. Because and education at that same level is extremely important, because once you are say 17 or 18 out of school, you need to be educated enough so that you can take up admissions in university or colleges. Alongside, you can keep on playing.
What makes the difference in this project is that it's an integrated course with emphasis both on sports and getting a good education. The main thing, however, is that it wants to change the culture that is prevalent in India. Sehwag's international school and his cricket academy wants to inculcate a sports culture, encourage kids to take up sports as a profession, along with having a solid education to fall back on.
Viru being a sports person himself and knowing the importance of education, so that way that integration happened smoothly and it clicked to us. It was right there in front of us. It just needed to be picked up and to be put on the drawing board. So I think the integration was pretty much easier for us, because at the end of the day it is also the need of the hour, because until unless as a 14-year-old or a 10-year-old kid you are not spending 2 or 3 hours in the field, you won't learn the importance of hard work, discipline. These are the aspects that what makes anybody successful, not even an academician or a sportsman or anybody.
There are of course challenges on the way. 2-3 years down the line, what does the school hope to achieve? What will be the balance of sports and studies? What is the vision for Sehwag's Academy?
The point is, rather the aim is to provide them, everybody with a basic training of every game. Then we select or we pick out kids who are talented in, let's say, cricket or a football or a volleyball or a hockey or whatever, and then move them to the next level. And side by side, not disturbing their education. We can have if let's suppose they are playing a tournament somewhere in January, just a couple of months before the final board exams or whatever exams. So we can have a special classes for them. We can have special timings of their internal exams. We can do that. So that's what we are trying to achieve here. Basically, the ecosystem should be developed in such a way, that's our aim, that if a kid wants to aim for an Olympic medal or an India place in any of the teams, my academy should be the mother place for that kid.
An ambitious project nonetheless. The variety of sports offered at the academy is the highlight of this venture. World-class facilities all under one roof, with the right people offering their expertise so that anybody can dream to make it big. The head of Sehwag Sports Academy, Mr. Prem Sahu, tells us exactly what sets this academy apart.
20 years back, when I look back at my life, it was what you're talking about. Today, children have their options. They know what they want to do. They are well-read, they are more aware, and they know, okay, this is my strength and I'm going to use it. They strive for that. And we require to, we are at the moment, as an education scenario, we are trying to encourage them to do that.
The kids definitely seem to enjoy the facilities out here, and Sehwag has earmarked certain people for the right roles.
मैंने अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी से जामिया यूनिवर्सिटी से ओपन किया है और उसका एक्सपीरियंस मेरे साथ ही रहता है। बाहर मैंने इंग्लैंड में भी मैंने अकाउंटिंग से खेला है, तो वहाँ का वेदर एटमॉस्फेयर और वहाँ की जो कंडीशंस है और वहाँ पे इक्विपमेंट्स वगैरह जो है वो लेटेस्ट सर्विस लेटेस्ट है वहाँ पे, तो वो मैं चाहूँगा कि मैं अपने बच्चों को यहाँ प्रोवाइड कर सकूँ और इनकी हेल्प कर सकूँ।
All in all, this seems to be the ideal setting for any kid growing up who seriously wants to pursue a career in sports but also has a sound academic base. Sehwag has spared no expense in making the academy what it is, with state-of-the-art facilities for everyone. We wish all the very best to Sehwag for this innings and for his school and academy.